This video has been created as one of several resources provided to District of Columbia schools by OSSE, the Office of the State Superintendent of Education, to assist all schools in their planning and implementation efforts. This video, in addition to the OSSE School Planning Guide, provides school teams with content, tools, and exercises to complete their school plans and establish routines to monitor implementation progress. The fifth and final phase of school planning is monitoring progress. In previous phases, your school team has answered the questions, what are we trying to do or achieve, and how are we planning to do it? This phase will address the last two questions of implementation. At any given moment, how will we know whether we are on track? And if we are not on track, what are we going to do about it? The plan you have developed already contains the nuts and bolts you will need to monitor progress. Now we will discuss the system needed for your team to regularly assess progress toward your goals. We will refer to this system as routines. Good routines help the school planning team develop a common understanding of implementation progress for each strategy, areas of strength and challenge in implementation, and the next steps needed to stay on track. A routine needs to be well prepared and well facilitated to ensure a productive progress monitoring conversation for everyone. The routine's rubric describes the 4 key characteristics of a well-run routine: regularity, strong execution, focus on performance, action on performance. We all know that trying to hold a meeting without all the key people at the table is frustrating. For a productive progress monitoring routine, you will need one person playing each of the 3 key roles. The strategy leads take responsibility for progress on their strategies. The facilitator ensures a proper preparation for the routines, develops the agenda and related materials, and facilitates the team through the agenda. The principal holds the strategy leads accountable. Others can attend the routine, but they will mostly be observers. The routine is reserved for a progress conversation between the principal and the strategy leads, who are responsible for making sure the strategy is implemented successfully and achieves the intended outcomes. There are 2 key exercises in the guide for running a successful routine. Developing the agenda for the routine, which requires that the team develops a shared view of progress, identifies the areas that must be addressed during the conversation, and prepares the relevant data and information to support the agenda, and running the routine. The assessment framework is a useful tool for developing agenda items for the routine. During this step, the facilitator will work with the strategy lead to collect and analyze relevant data, which may be quantitative data, qualitative observation data, or other information. Then the team will use the assessment framework to come to a judgment about how well implementation is going. The assessment framework asks the strategy lead to rate implementation in terms of the quality of planning, capacity to drive progress, evidence of progress, and the strategy's overall likelihood of success. Based on the information drawn from the framework, the facilitator should work with the strategy lead to identify the 2 to 3 specific issues that need to be addressed to ensure that implementation stays on track. Once the preparation is done, running the routine is the easy part. As your school team continues to implement its plan, regular routines will play a big part in ensuring that the principal and school team stay up to date about progress and what is needed to reach your goals. See Phase 5, Monitoring Progress, in the OSSE School Planning Guide for tools, resources, and exercises. While this phase is the 5th and final phase of this process, please remember that planning and progress monitoring are processes that must be refined over time. Your team now has the information and tools you need to drive improvement throughout your school. With these resources in hand and your committed team in place, there's no limit to what you, your school's educators, and your students can achieve. Thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment to the students of the District of Columbia.